What's happening, fellas? This is Damon from Vintage X Collectibles, and welcome to my review of the Transformers Movie Studio Series Deluxe class of Bumblebee! So here's Bumblebee in an action stance. On the left side we have an excellent headshot of Bumblebee. Look at that. Wow, those blue eyes really stand out there. Then on the other side we have a full body shot. Then on the back are product art of both robot and classic Camaro mode. And now, as if there's not enough Bumblebee action figures out there, let's get this one open and see how cool this one is. Now this here is a remode of the Last Night Deluxe Bumblebee, which I consider to be a failed mode. And with this version here, they made some improvements, but there are still some things about this mode that I do not like, and I will discuss that in this video. Now from the Last Night mode, they did improve on his feet. With that mode, if you just looked at his feet wrong, they would fall apart and just kind of dangle down to the side. So they lock in pretty well. But there are a lot of other pieces that fall apart during transformation, and that just drives me crazy. I do really like his bright silver arm cannon, but I just wish it was a little bit longer because it makes his arm look kind of short and stubby. Here's a view from behind, and it looks pretty good. I just wish they would have improved on the mode just a little bit and made the doors able to angle up and this piece able to rotate at this piece off to the side to create more of a butterfly wing effect. And this piece here during transformation, it just gets straightened up like that. You can straighten those pieces out to the side if you want in robot form, but that doesn't really improve on the model. Now B does have some weapon storage, and his arm cannon can peg in to his lower back right there. So, that's not too bad. As for comparisons, here is B with his 2007 classic Camaro look, and of course the first thing you notice is the older one was a lot taller, but wow, it looks like a Fisher-Price kiddie toy. With the new one, they at least made it more movie accurate. Bumblebee here is a robot, an alien robot. Probably Japanese. Definitely Japanese. You racist. Hey, I thought you couldn't talk. Alright, so let's get this Japanese robot transformed. Let's just go ahead and pull his arms out to the side and out of our way. Back here we can extend these pieces over the car door. Now for his backpack, it just kind of folds up in there. But you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and remove this because it falls apart all during transformation and it drives me crazy. It actually falls apart in two places. Also, right here, it just comes apart. And that's really annoying during the transformation. So let's just set the hood off to the side while we work on the legs. So first you want to pull his feet away at the heel. See this little black part right here? Kind of use your nails to get in there and pull that away like that. And also, seeing here the yellow part, that lightly tabs into this piece, which also helps keep it secure during robot form and standing. So I appreciate that they did that. Greatly improved since the Last Night version, which was just flopping everywhere. So now it should look like that. So now let's move this little piece of glass out into the side like that. Alright, now right here this is going to fold up, and as it folds up, make sure this foot is coming up under that glass piece because it needs to get in to here and back of that thigh area and if you can see it, there's a little peg. That little silver tip is going to peg into the back of his thigh. I don't know if you can see that. Right there, it's pegged in. Now this little yellow piece can come back and over the tire, and that will click in. Okay, so we got his right leg done. Go over here, same thing, fold this in, keep the foot under that glass, and then we're going to peg it in the little slot in back of his thigh. Bring this little piece up. Let's get it to, yep, it clicked. Okay, so now the legs are done, and we can put them together, and now we have the back of the car. And I almost forgot to mention, make sure the front of his leg pieces are folded inward underneath facing each other. We can detach his abdomen plate from the body there. Then this entire assembly comes up straight. Now we can go ahead and close his doors, and gotta get that little tab in there. It's kind of tight. Oh, had it pop back out. Come on. Okay, there we go. Over here. Get in there. Oops, something fell off. Oh, that's another thing. His arms fall off. They're made to detach for his arm cannon, but yeah, that's something else that falls off during transformation. Let me get that. Let's go ahead and tuck his hands in. Now at this shoulder joint, we are going to rotate that down. There. And the other side. And once we do that, we can straighten up his chest plates, which are the headlights. Alright, now we're going to try and work his arms into place. So let's rotate it down, and we're going to have to rotate at the forearm very carefully so it doesn't come off on us. And as we're doing that, we can close up the front tire. Let's bring this down, and see there's a tab right here that tabs into the side of that center piece. So, okay, that piece is in. Again, let's rotate it down. Bring this up. Rotate at the forearm inward and get that little tab. Okay, this little plate right here just closes over his head. It just comes down a little bit. But at this point, if it popped off on me, it would be impossible to get this piece up and under there and tab that back in. Alright, for this to work, I've loosened up the forearms from where they were, pulled the tires out so I can now tilt the headlights down. Alright, let's go ahead and try reattaching the roof, hoping that it stays on during this tedious process. Alright, here we go, here we go. Oh, it's down. It's down. Oh, no! Alright, let's try that again. This time we're going to try and hold the back. It already came undone. Okay, so I finally got it on off camera, and what I had to do was rip his forearms off, put the hood in place, and then use my pinky, squeeze it in there, and push that tab in to hold it. So there it is now. Now I just have to somehow get the forearms back on. So here is B in his classic Camaro mode. It looks nice. I do like the shiny chrome grille. It's a good look. Now, just like in robot form, he does have weapon storage, and you take it and you plug it in underneath here. It's best to hold this together so that it doesn't come apart while you plug it in. And there you go. I don't know. Maybe you could just say that's his, what do you call them? Those turbo kits. So here's the comparison in car mode. One's a little bigger, one's a little more detailed and movie accurate. So this is the backdrop of the police chase in the first movie. I do wish, going further in the films, they would have done more with the rivalry between Bumblebee and Barricade. Now, in case you can't tell by now, I am not at all impressed with the studio series of the classic Camaro of Bumblebee. I didn't really care for the 2007 version either. I think they just said, well, hey, it's Bumblebee. He's gonna sell. The kids are gonna want him. You know, just put little effort into him and just stick him on the shelves. He'll sell. But I would not suggest buying this guy. He is not worth the $20. He gets 2 thumbs down from me. And I would like to hear from anyone else if they have experienced any issues in transforming him like I have. Well, that wraps up my review. I hope it helped you guys out in your decision to buy or not to buy. You see how I feel about him. So, thank you guys for watching. Till next time, y'all take care. Peace out.